Alright, so one day a baby Polynesian girl realizes that she's the second coming of Moses when she accidentally parts the sea, and her dad is like, nope, we are not doing this right now. Years later, that baby grows up to be Moana, Disney's most recent and currently latest addition to the princess brand. She gets tested on her potential as the next chief by being asked to come up with a solution for the current famine crisis, and her answer is like, okay, so this is just an idea, but what if we started growing food other than coconuts, huh? That might be a good place to start. And they're like, oh, I get it. To resolve the coconut shortage, we should just grow more coconuts. No, guys, I meant we should grow things that are not coconuts. You know, like bananas or maybe sweet potatoes. Oh, okay, so we plant the potato crops in the ground, yes. Give them plenty of water, fertilization, and direct sunlight, good. And then in 4 to 6 months when they sprout, we harvest the coconuts. Yeah, so understandably, Moana runs off in a huff, and her cool-ass grandma is like, darling, babe, you need to go out at sea and speak to our supply chain. It's the only possible way to open the trade routes again. And she's like, I'm 16 years old with zero finance management or boating experience. How am I in any way, shape, or form qualified to do that? Oh, it's easy. Just follow the yellow ocean. If you can smell asparagus, you're headed in the right direction. So, Moana heads out past the reef to find Maui, cause apparently he's this world-renowned tech genius who revolutionized the international market before disappearing off the face of the earth. She gets Hey Hey, God's greatest joke against survival of the fittest, as her animal sidekick, and she's like, hold up, wasn't the pig supposed to be part of this story? Whatever happened to him? Anyway, the sea proves itself to be a cruel mistress when it capsizes our girl and strands her on a deserted island. Now, personally, the fact that the ocean is an anthropomorphized character in this thing just adds extra salt water to the wound. I mean, one second it's keeping her safe at sea, the next second it's trying to plunge her in it? I mean, if you're banking on this girl to be the next Avatar or whatever, don't you think it might behoove you to not compound her with trust issues? I'm just saying. But actually, it's all good, because apparently this was all part of its big master plan to get it to Maui. So bro comes out all jazzed up over his latest technological innovation, and he's like,
when you use a bird to write with, it's called tweeting.
And Moana is like, dude, you can't just arbitrarily rename something that's already existed and pretend like you did something groundbreaking, okay? That just makes you look like an out-of-touch asshole who clearly doesn't know what he's doing. He responds by belting out a song about all the super awesome shit he's done for the world and how people should be thanking him even though it was his staff that basically did all the work. And before I can run this obvious joke even further into the ground, they suddenly get attacked by these Furby pirate coconut things called a Kakamora. Yeah, so it turns out our heroes also have a patent for this Heart of Tafiti thing that Maui stole from his girlfriend, who, incidentally, also works at the very same food distributor that Moana's headed for, and that's why everybody wants to kick his ass now. They throw the pirates off their trail, and Maui is like, why are you even here, dude? Aren't you like 2 years old? What could you possibly know about foreign trade policies? And she's like, I don't know, man. I can't even balance a checkbook on my own, and somehow they expect me to resolve a conflict between an incompetent man-child and the world's largest agricultural producer? Like, why does the world think I am cut out for this, huh? You tell me. Indeed, Maui has no answer for that. But he agrees to answer for his crimes against the planet's ecosystem after Moana sucks his dick and agrees to help him get his favorite toy back. They take a detour to a dark and secluded oasis called the Red Lobster, cause apparently Maui's dildo, aka his self-worth, got snatched up by this, David Bowie crab? Sure, why not? Anyway, Tamatoa makes great use of his criminally limited screen time to sing about how badly he needs to be included in the official Disney villains lineup while Eminem walk out with the goods. So they're all geared up now, and Big Man tells us some story about how the ancient gods chose him, a newborn infant with zero capacity for rational understanding, to become one of the great demigods. And Moana is like, yo, you think those old fogies got like late stage dementia or something? Cause I'm pretty sure someone up there severely dropped the ball here. Their big share fest gets cut off though when they finally get to Te Fiti, But negotiations fall through when they get drop-kicked by a 10,000-foot volcano, and Mau Mau is like, yep, I'm out of this one. Peace! And I'm like, bro, she is literally stranded in the middle of raging, dark, treacherous sea waters. You couldn't offer to, like, give her a ride back or something? Anyway, Moana starts having a major life crisis when her Grammy shows up in a fish suit who's all like, huh, maybe that Lilo girl would have been a better fit for this, you know? And Moani's like, yeah, at least she knows how to slug a bitch. Who in their right mind thought putting the future of an entire archipelago in the hands of an emotionally underdeveloped teenager was a good idea, huh? I smell bullshit here, and it's definitely not the asparagus. Well, I mean, fine. If you don't think you can do it, then... Oh, no. We are not playing that game right now, okay? I may not know what the fuck I'm doing, but that doesn't mean I ain't gonna try. There's more important things at stake here than me being correct. This whole problem should have never happened in the first place, but I'm not about to forsake the lives of our people, our land, and our culture just to make a point. Shit needs to get done, and I'm gonna do it because, God help me, no one else fucking will. So, Moana goes round 2 with Taka, and pulls through just enough for Elon Maui to drop in and take credit for all her work. He provides a solid distraction by switching from a hawk to a shark, and that's when Moana realizes that Taka is actually Te Fiti suffering from Twitter rot. And she's like, yo, sis, I know it's hard, but you can't let this one moronic douchebag dictate the rest of your life. That'll just leave you in a state of perpetual misery, and frankly, you deserve better than that. So she gives the patent back, which was evidently just a fast-acting mood stabilizer, and Maui is like, my bad girl, I promise I'll never steal from you again without leaving a note first. And I'm like, bro, if I ever fumbled it that hard with a mountain-sized goddess that she looked at me like this, I'd be soaking in a puddle of my own semen right now. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, the day is saved, the homies of Montanui get to eat coconuts again, and Moana earns the respect of her people. And she's like, you know what, Maui? I think I finally know why the ocean chose me. You do? Yeah, I was so hung up on the idea of being underqualified and not being smart enough that I failed to realize the unmistakable truth. You don't have to be the best option to get chosen for a job, so long as everyone else is a worse option. Thank you for watching. Go start subscribing. Please send me money on Patreon. I'll see you next time, so please stay tuned.